Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of simple and compound spaces. This is standard 7.6a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 20 off the Redesign Practice Online STAAR Test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a child that can choose one type of writing tool, crayon, marker, pencil, one type of paper, construction, or newsprint. And so they can choose one of each, and we need to find a list that shows all the combinations of one type of writing tool, one type of paper that can be used. All right, so let's open up our graph draw feature. Definitely need to draw something here. And this is actually what we call a compound event. So a compound event is different from a simple event. A simple event is choosing one type of writing tool, crayon, marker, pencil. What's the probability of choosing a marker? Well, it'd be 1 out of 3. What's the probability of choosing crayon? 1 out of 3. Compound event, though, is where at least 2 things are happening. So they have to choose one type of writing tool and one type of paper. Okay. So we've got at least 2 things going here, and so let's actually make a tree diagram. Now our answer is going to end up being in a list, but I think visually a tree diagram is going to be easiest for us to keep track of this. We can translate that into a list. So let's do this. I've got a writing tool, right? So I've got some different writing tool options. Then I've got my paper options. And I'll just kind of build it over here on the left. All right, so what are my 3 different writing tools? Well, I can use a crayon. I can use a marker or a pencil. So there's at least 3 different choices there, right? And we can immediately say A is not going to work. Take a look at A. A has crayon and then construction and newsprint, but it doesn't do anything with marker or do anything with pencil, right? At least B has crayon, marker, and pencil like I've got, but then the only type of paper they choose is newsprint. So let me finish mine because I'm not liking what A or B look like. All right, now here's the thing. Once I choose crayon, that's what makes this a compound event, is I've got choices, right? My crayon can go to either construction or my crayon can go to newsprint. All right. So I'm just going to abbreviate it. Crayon to construction, C-O-N-S, and then I'll do news. Okay, so I'll represent that with 2 different choices there. Crayon and construction, crayon and newsprint. But obviously I don't have to choose a crayon. I could choose a marker. So you see my marker right here. I'm going to use green for that. Can go to construction and can go to newsprint. So let's build that. Construction, paper, and newsprint. And if I didn't want to use a crayon and I didn't want to use a marker, I could use a pencil. So let's use magenta here. All right. I always find that magenta is the hardest to get. There we go. Pencil, go to construction or to newsprint. Construction, newsprint. Now obviously, you see my answer right here, but it doesn't really help. But you can actually count the number of lines that you build, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you can count how many options we have over here, we've got 6. So it's definitely not A, definitely not B. Let's scroll down. C has got crayon and marker but doesn't pick up pencil. There we go. Look at that list on D. Crayon construction, crayon newsprint. Nice list. Marker construction, marker newsprint. Pencil construction, pencil newsprint. Picks up all 6, and that is our answer.